Hey guys, welcome back to Top 10 Nerd. I'm Ron McKenzie-Lefurgey. Marvel and DC have some amazing heroes. Despite what a lot of you guys claim, I like both franchises pretty much evenly. But there are some other great heroes that don't come from the big two, and they don't get nearly enough love. So let's change that by talking about some of the most popular heroes who originate from outside of the Marvel and DC universes. By the way, if you're into this whole Fortnite thing, check out our new channel Fortnite Central, where it will be all Fortnite all day. And if you're not into Fortnite, check out Top 10 Gaming for everything else. I'm on it. But first, get ready, it's time for the top 10 superheroes outside of Marvel and DC. Number 10. The Phantom. The Phantom has been around for ages. It was actually the first American adventure comic strip published in 1936 as part of the King Feature Syndicate. The Phantom was even the first costumed crime fighter ever published, but while he's fairly popular in other countries, he's pretty unknown in the US, which is a shame. He dual wields pistols with incredible aim, but that's not the coolest bit. He also wields two Phantom rings, each branding the person he touches or punches in a particular way. The good ring can give people it touches good luck, while the skull ring brings terrible luck to those it strikes. It's pretty cool that such an early hero had such a unique shtick. Number 9. Kick-Ass. Yeah, it's time to hit up the Miller world, where the creations of Mark Millar come to life. And thanks to the movies, Kick-Ass is probably the best known superhero who comes from Millar's comics. He's not the coolest and far from the most competent, but that doesn't stop him from taking advantage of his near immunity to pain to fight crime. Poorly.
Got better.
With the Miller world recently sold to Netflix, we might see some other heroes from the publisher, but not from Kick-Ass or the Kingsman. Sorry, they're taken. Number 8. MANOWAR. MANOWAR is a Valiant Comics superhero first introduced back in 1992, and he's pretty awesome. He has a few origins, but they're fairly similar. Eric of Dacia is a barbarian warrior who is kidnapped by aliens and planned to be used as a slave and or food. He escapes and manages to get his hands on a semi-sentient armored suit called Shenhara, and then he uses this suit to fight bad guys, often clashing with the alien race that kidnapped him. And it's really cool. Number 7. The Midnighter. We've touched on the Midnighter from time to time, what with his open homosexuality, but this Wildstorm Comics creation definitely deserves a spot on this list. The Midnighter is basically a gay, more violent Batman. He's best known for fighting with the Authority alongside his husband Apollo, where he uses various implants to improve his performance in battle and fight crime. Pretty brutally, and he loves every minute of it. And yes, I know he's an anti-hero, but I consider anti-heroes a subset of superheroes. I'm over it, and you should be too. Number 6. The Black Hood. No, not the Black Mask, not the Red Hood, this is the Black Hood. He was created way back in 1940 by MLJ Comics, which would later become Archie Comics. The Black Hood was revived several times over the decades, but originally he was a man named Matthew Berland, an ex-cop who was framed and left for dead by the Skull. He decided to fight crime using a costume until his mask was removed in court, so he became a private eye. The comics didn't really specify if he had any particular powers, but based on future iterations, it seems that he's just a guy in a hood. Number 5. Plastic Man. That's right, you may know Plastic Man as the hilarious, indestructible superhero who's basically a wisecracking Stretch Armstrong, but even though he's known as a DC hero now, he originated in Quality Comics as a creation of Jack Cole. He was created way back in 1941, only moving over to DC in '56 when they acquired Quality. After being doused in a chemical mixture, Eel O'Brien, later Patrick O'Brien, found that his body had essentially been turned into plastic, allowing him to change his shape and size, and making him pretty much immortal. And he fights crime with a deep V. Nice. Number 4. Witchblade. Witchblade comes from Top Cow Productions, an imprint of Image Comics, and I'm sorry, Top Cow Productions is the most hilarious company name ever. The Witchblade is a shape-shifting sentient gauntlet that can join with a female host and give them access to advanced healing and a bunch of weapons and armor. It's been wielded by ladies across the millennia, including Cleopatra of all people. Why females, you may ask? Well, the Witchblade is a bit of a perv, providing barely enough to cover the important bits. I had a few Witchblade comics when I was a kid, and let's just say my appreciation for the art grew as I got older. Number 3. Spawn. This list simply would not be complete without Spawn. I suspect a bunch of you were waiting for this to come up. Spawn comes from Image Comics, first appearing in 1992, and he's one of the most popular and most violent heroes on this list. When Black Ops agent Al Simmons was betrayed by his partner and killed, he traded his soul to Malebolgia for the chance to see his wife again. Didn't go so well since she had remarried, and also he looked like a freaky demon thing. So he took to fighting crime brutally with the help of his shape-shifting cape. Number 2. Hellboy. Hellboy comes from Dark Horse Comics, the same place as The Mask, which is pretty cool. Most people know Hellboy from his recent movies, but the grizzled demon had been in comics since 1993. After being summoned to Earth as a baby by Nazi occultists, he was saved and raised by the US government. He grew into a big red demon guy with a devil tail and horns, which he files down. With his right hand of doom and his left hand wielding a big old revolver called the Good Samaritan, he fights evil, particularly Nazis, with humor as dry as the Sahara. Number 1. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The Ninja Turtles have been a huge part of many a 90s kid's childhood and continue to be pretty popular to this day, but they had their beginnings in comics and their origin is pretty funny. In 1984, two dudes, Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird, self-published a comic using their tax refund money and parodied 4 popular comics from the time: Daredevil, The New Mutants, Dave Sim's Cerebus, and Frank Miller's Ronin, just for fun. They didn't even have a company, so they just called it Mirage. But then they showed it at a Comic-Con and it went really well and they got crazy rich thanks to 4 giant turtles named after Renaissance artists who were taught martial arts by a giant rat. Tax refunds for the win! That's it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please smack that thumbs up button and subscribe to Top 10 Nerd for more videos. Which of these was your favorite? Or did I miss your fave? Let me know in the comment section down below. I'm always happy to do a part 2 for this. There are so many good ones. And like I said earlier, check out Fortnite Central if you're looking to get your Fortnite fix. Until next time, I'm Ron McKenzie-Lefurgey with Top 10 Nerd. Later, nerds.